And I was just happy for Lauren. I was like, yes, sister, go get that handsome white prince. Get your man. Hi guys, it's me VB. Welcome back to my channel if you are a subscriber. If you're new, welcome to my channel. I hope you enjoy what you see. Today I am going to be talking about Love is Blind. Love is Blind is a show that's about finding love and getting to know someone without seeing them first. So you strip the person off their appearance and you strip them off of what physical attraction, and you let people get to know each other on a more deeper level and be attracted to the personality, to the behavior, and not the physical features. With this show, you'll be dating many people without seeing them, and then obviously when you finally have a favorite, you propose to them. And then they say yes or no, and then after that, the next day you'll see each other, and from then it's like you will be together for a few months, and then at the end of that you will have to get married, or you don't get married. Yeah, so the couples end up getting married and stay married, or some of them don't get married. So that is the whole gist and plot of the show. Now, I'm going to be honest, there's spoilers in this review I'm going to give you. But really, I just want to review the couples. I don't want to really review it by episode. I just want to review the couples. And I've only watched up to the last episode. So I haven't watched the reunion. I've watched the whole season, but not the reunion. So if this doesn't correlate to what happened in the reunion, I apologize. But yeah, let's get into the couples because that's what I'm excited about. So, Kenny and Kelly. Kenny and Kelly, they seem solid. I'm not gonna lie, I really did like them. I really loved Kelly because I feel like she was speaking on behalf of a lot of single women out there that they keep picking the wrong person. They keep picking the wrong guys. And Kelly, her family even let us know that she does pick the wrong guys. And she's, I really did. I was rooting for Kelly. Like, she was just adorable, and she just looked like the girl next door. Like, she was a nice lady. I also liked Kenny for her. I think Kenny was perfect for her. He was patient. They didn't have sex. They were the only couple apart from Diamond and Carlton to not have sex, and that was really refreshing to see because it let us see that their growth in the relationship didn't rely on the sexual chemistry or them being interactive sexually. So it was really good. I do think they did other sexual things, but having sex is what they did not do. They didn't explore that part, unfortunately. It felt like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be the #1 couple. They're gonna stand test of time, blah, 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 blah. But yeah, when they saw each other, he wasn't Kelly's type. She goes for darker haired people, and he was more like strawberry blonde. And yeah, it was so sad because I really could see that she was fighting herself. Like, she was fighting herself because she was like, it's like she knew she always goes for the wrong guys. Her family are telling her you always go for the wrong guys, and she knew she had a good guy in front of her, but she wasn't physically attracted to him enough. And it was really sad to see because Kenny's feelings were growing more and more for her, and he really did seem genuine, and I really did enjoy just seeing him on the screen because he didn't give you drama. He gave you peace. Like, you know when you have that hug when you're sad? That was what Kenny was. Like, he was that in a person. Like, he just seemed like he gave you peace and reassurance. Like, then when it got to the aisle and Kelly did not want to get married, to me, I was actually annoyed because it was like, why did you waste so much time? You saw the shock in her mother's face. I knew Kelly was not gonna marry him because she was feeling a little near the end of the whole thing. And on the day of the wedding, when it was like, it felt like her sister was pushing her more to get married. And not in a way to say, oh yeah, get with him, but it's like she needed convincing. It seemed like she needed too much convincing for her just to go along with it. And her sister really tried to not give her a biased opinion or advice, but her sister's advice was leading to marry the guy because he's really good for you. But when she didn't, and she said, I do not, you could tell on the mum's face, like, why would you do this? Like, why? He's a really good guy. Like, she looked at the other family, like the groom's family, like, I'm sorry, like, shit. Kenny just looked at it like, all this time, and yeah, it was just 3 months, but it's still time that I could have had doing something else. The most noble thing he did was give a speech after being rejected. I do think it was a bit long-winded and a bit cringy because I just felt like, oh, just get off the stage. Like, I know deep down you are broken, just get off the stage. So exit stage left and go cry in your own comfort, you know what I mean? I do understand his anger and frustration with the camera still trying to roll while he was going through what he was going through, but that's what you signed, sir. So I do also want to know whether they were like contract obligated to go through the whole wedding thing and then say I do or I don't, because I didn't understand why, if you didn't like someone, why you'll force yourself. And this is a perfect segue into one of the biggest, hottest names on this show, and that's Jessica and Mark. Jessica and Mark. Now, Jessica's a 34-year-old woman. I think she's beautiful. She's very beautiful. She just, I loved her. Her voice was jarring, I'm not gonna lie. She had this voice, and it's like, she did that girly baby voice thing when she was like talking to him, and I was just like, stop it. Mark was a 24-year-old who seemed solid and he knew what he wanted. Now, I understand Jessica's reservations, like, you're 10 years younger than me. Are you sure you have the same goals I have? Are you ready for the same things I'm ready for? Are you ready for children? Are you ready to, because at age 20, when I was 24, I was not looking to, no. When I was 24, I thought I had it all together, I'm not gonna lie. And I thought, I just want to get married. And I didn't have the perfect job, but other than that, I felt like I had my shit together. Mark, man, damn it, Mark. Like, Mark really liked Jessica. Jessica was like just that like valley girl, like she had a blonde hair, she's just really pretty. And Mark was like dark-haired man and just kind of short from how he looked on the TV, but he was a gym instructor and he did seem well put together. He seemed very mature, I'm not gonna lie, like the energy was very mature. And before they saw each other, Jessica already showed signs that this bitch, just leave her. She belongs to the streets, you know what I mean? She then started to have feelings for Barnett. So she liked Barnett and she liked Mark, and she didn't see them yet. So she was stuck in between two, and that is gonna happen because if the conversation and the energy is good between you and a couple people, you're gonna be attracted to them because that's what this whole show is about. But Barnett, she seemed to like him really quickly and too much, too soon. And he liked her too. So when she went to Barnett on the next day, and I think it was like the last date he had of the day, so I think he would have been exhausted as well and confused and had made more connections to other people during the day. And when she asked him, like, do you have the same feelings as you had for me yesterday? And he was like, no. And she was like, huh? Like, I legit, from day one, I've been looking at Mark, and now I look at you, and you've now just said no. And it was like, oh, damn, sorry, Jessica. So Jessica was like, then telling all the girls behind the scenes, like, nah, he's trash, he belonged to the streets. That's what she was saying, trying to like, women do this, like, you're gonna be like, nah, he did this to me, and you're gonna kind of look out for your girls too, but at the same time, try to stop them from getting with him too. I don't know, she gave me that type of vibe, and sometimes women do this unintentionally. So she then went back to Mark the next day and was like, no, I have things for you now, it's just you, blah, 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 blah. And it was kind of like, wow, Mark, you do know you were second choice. He was okay with that. He was like, oh, my mum always taught me, if you love someone, let it go, and if it comes back to you, then it's for you. No, that's not the case, sir. Not all the time. Like, if you love someone, let it go, and if it comes back, maybe because the streets were cold outside, you know what I mean? And unfortunately, he took her back. And I was like, no, Mark, man, why would you take her back? Like, have you made any other connections with anyone else? So he then proposed, she said yes. And it's really sad what Mark went through. Like, he did have to force love. He was trying to push love. Like, he liked Jessica so much. He liked her so much. And even when all the couples met, the way Jessica was flirting with the guy Barnett when she saw him, and when she tried to talk to him, and how she just tried to make her presence known to him, was like, fall back, like, you're with Mark, so go be with Mark. Do you get what I mean? And I was so annoyed, man. I just felt like Mark deserved better. He was a good guy. Like, I'm so happy this show showed more good guys, because everyone's been saying men are trash, and this show showed us a whole different thing. Another thing about Mark, I am happy, not that he went through this, but I feel like this is going to be growth for him. And it's now put him on a platform where people are going to look at him who are serious and will be attracted to him. So I'm sure he's going to get a lot of ladies knocking at his door very soon. But with him, I do think it was like a blessing to see a man in this situation. Like, too many times we see women trying to push for love, trying to push for this man's attention, trying to force it. Yeah, let's call it force it. Like, and this is flipped. And I haven't seen that often on TV or in my life, like a guy forcing it with a girl. And I was like, oh, Mark, like, you're too good for her. I actually have to say, I felt like he was too good for her in terms of his genuinity. I just knew from Jump Street, after she picked Barnett and then it didn't go well, I knew she just was gonna go with the flow with Mark. But she did show signs of her actually liking him more, but it wasn't enough to get married to him. And when she said no to him on the wedding day, it was like, but why did you say I love him even on the altar? Like, why would you even say I love you while you're looking at him, but you know you're gonna break his heart? That was a bit bad, man. Like, I feel like the show also edited and enhanced Jessica being the villain of the show, and I wouldn't even give her that. I just want to know, if you're 34, as you kept saying, there's a 10-year age gap, blah 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 blah, so you should know more what you want, and you should never have had to play this game or play that long for you just then reject him at the altar. Like, you made yourself look bad. Like, I can't blame it all on editing, because they can only edit what you give them, and you made yourself look horrible. My heart really did, oh my gosh, it's so sad. My heart really did bleed for Mark's mum. Like, you could tell she really wanted to comfort and console her son, but he was trying to shut that down. Like, every time she was like, you know I'm here, he's like, I'm fine, I'm gonna be okay. But you know, I'm gonna be okay. Like, let her speak, let her console you, because she's also going through this heartbreak with you. Like, no parent wants to see their son or daughter go through something like that. So I was like, oh, but like I said, for TV and for the world to see, it's going to do more good for Mark, honestly, in the long run. And it was really good to see, I wouldn't say good because it sounds so bad, man, but it was really refreshing to see a man want a woman and force this more than women, because they always try to make it like a man is the one that has a choice, and women, we have no choice, we have to go and keep chasing the guy we like. No, this was flipped, and it was good to see that. But yeah, so moving on from Jessica is an amazing segue to go into Barnett and Amber. So Barnett and Amber, and Barnett had a choice between 3 women, Jessica, Amber, and someone else. No disrespect, I can't remember her name, and I'm not going to look all the way back into that. But yeah, he had a choice between 3 women. Like, he was like a charmer, sweet boy. He was like a jock. You could, from his just energy, you could tell he was like a popular guy in school. Like, he's just that cool type of guy. It's like, just cool. Like, he's the type of guy I feel like I'm surprised a lot more girls didn't like him, because just the way the confidence was oozing from his words, and he just seemed sexy, you know. And Amber is a very pretty girl, and she's more like friendly. She could talk about sex. She's kinky. I felt like, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think they were gonna last long. Like, when you picked Amber, I didn't think they were gonna last long, but she was grinning ear to ear every day she was with Barnett. So it was really nice to see. She wasn't my favorite, I'm not gonna lie. Amber was not my favorite, and the more I watched her, the more I was just like, oh my gosh, this girl. She was like, she said something that was crazy to me. She was like, if your family say something against me or against me, like, let's say if her and his family get into it, I want you to take my side in front of the family and correct me behind closed doors. And in life, no, that's not love. I'll correct who is wrong and I'll speak to who is right. Like, simple. Like, I'm not gonna do that and save you from embarrassment if you're wrong and disrespect to my family. I'm not gonna do that. And you have to remember, family came first, like, before you even came into the picture. So when she said that, I was like, girl, you bugging. You're bugging, like, you're doing too much. Like, I understand what you mean, like, united front, but when wrong is wrong and right is right, that's what they are. Do you get what I mean? And when she was saying stuff like how she wanted to be a housewife, and she's got debts from uni, and she's got debts from this, and blah 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 and blah blah blah, but she just wants to look after the house, have kids, and like have her husband work. I was like, girl, do better. In my head, I was like, girl, do better. Like, you're not giving me enough substance. Like, she didn't give me enough substance. And I just thought Barnett was just gonna get bored of her. But legit, when they said I do and got married, I was like, well done, Barnett. Like, he didn't become the stereotype I thought he was gonna be. And he didn't become the guy Jessica tried to spread around to the girls that he was. And they look really happy. Like, they look so happy. Their kids are gonna be beautiful. But they didn't give me enough sauce. Like, that couple didn't give me enough sauce. They didn't give me enough context. Like, if Jessica wasn't that crazy in love with Barnett from how she made it look, that couple probably would have got ignored, I'm not gonna lie. Something I do like about Amber though, she had a little bit of ratchet in her, because I remember she was like, she was gonna break someone's face or something like that. She was gonna break Jessica's face if she keeps overstepping her boundaries. And I was like, that's my bitch, because I will break a couple faces too, okay, for my man. Like, I don't care, I'll do that. Yeah, so I did love that. I did love that, because I was like, oh, Jerry. So now we're gonna go into, goodness gracious, telenovela, Damien and Gigi. And Gigi is just dramatic as fuck. So I like Gigi. I like her. She's good for TV. Bring her onto Celebrity Big Brother. I need her on TV more. Give this girl a script, give her a show, give her a film, give her something, because she was playing up for the cameras. Like, she was doing the most. Damien is he's a very calm guy, introverted. He will talk to you, but he's not going to be patronizing. He doesn't really express how he feels much. But I think he's one of them guys, when he does, you listen, you should take like hindrance to it. And he's not gonna pinpoint every bad thing you've done. Like, he's gonna wait for it to build and then tell you. So he'll have examples. And I respect a guy like that, because it's like, I hate when people just nitpick every time you do something wrong. But if you tell me you did this, and that day you did this, even though I feel like you built that up just to tell me now, but it's like, okay, it gives me less of a rebuttal. I can't fight back, I can't argue back. But yeah, I really like Damien. I'm not gonna lie, I like Damien. I felt like Gigi was too immature for Damien. And when he proposed, and then she was like, I don't care about gender roles, and she then proposed to him, I was like, well, one of you say yes, because this is annoying. Like, what are you guys doing? Now both of you got rug burns on your knees. Like, what are we doing? So that was a bit like, what are you doing, Gigi? Just say yes. Like, don't be dramatic with it. But Gigi she is a girl that's full of life. She even said to herself that she even said it in the show that she sabotages things. When things are going well for her, she's a self-sabotager. So it was like it was showing in the months that they were together. And she said one shady ass thing. She was like, you know, after we have sex, you say I'm the best you've ever had. Have you realized I never say it back? And I'm like, what is wrong with this bitch? You couldn't tell him when the cameras weren't rolling. Like, what kind of woman does that to her man and expect him to want to marry her? Like, she embarrassed him. Oh my gosh, this woman was driving me crazy, but she gave me everything I needed. Like, I couldn't stop watching her. But then she didn't annoy me. She did end up becoming like a part of that stereotype that I was initially thinking. Did start seeing the, you know, American melodramatic character coming through in her, and I didn't like that after a while. Like, she just was exhausted. I'm sure she exhausted Damien because she was doing too much. She liked him one day, then she didn't like him. Then she liked him one day, then she didn't like him. Then she liked him one day, then she didn't like him. And then she found it easier to talk to him when they weren't in the same room. And that's one thing I did start seeing in a couple of the couples, that they found it easier to talk to each other when they didn't see each other. And it's like, see, the way you started has now fucked it up, because now you guys feel like you can have meaningful conversations and more heart-to-heart, open conversations when you don't see each other. And that's not life. Like, that's not life. That's not life. But Damien was a really cool guy. I did like him. He didn't give me much, but I feel like she was a nice balance to him, because he doesn't give you enough personality and she gave you too much, and it was like, yeah, he will calm her down, and she will, you know, give him energy. So it was really nice to see. I like that couple, but it was exhausting to watch. I'm not surprised that he said no, that I do not, but I do feel he did love her. Like, I did think he loved her and really cared about her. He just felt like that time to get married was not the right time for them. And I agree 125%, because she was doing too much. And you can't tell me on the day before the wedding, now you fully love me. No, because you said that 2 weeks ago and you didn't love me the next day. So Gigi, sort yourself out. Like, that made no sense. But the best part, unfortunately, was when she did a dramatic run after he said he does not. After he said he didn't want to marry her, and she ran off in her heels, and she's like, stop filming me, ran away and slipped in mud and stained her wedding dress. It's not funny. I'm not laughing. No, it was funny. But I'm not laughing at the demise of the relationship. I was laughing at the fact that she decided to run through the fields. Why would you even do that barefooted? Like, ew, like, that's nasty. So yeah, she ran and then slipped, and I just thought, oh my gosh, this is perfect for TV. This, you couldn't have slipped at a perfect time. Like, you couldn't make this up. Like, I felt like it was just too perfect. And she then decided to sit down with him and slam the chairs and was like, let's talk face to face. But then she didn't want to hear him, so I was like, that didn't make no sense. She said, let's talk, but then he walked away. Whatever. But yeah, good luck to them, because I think they're still together. But she needs to grow up. She needs to mature up and level up a little bit in terms of her maturity and just in terms of her behavior, and they will be a happy couple. But until then, bye. Okay, so me saying bye is a perfect segue to Diamond and Carlton. Like, Carlton had a secret that he's attracted to hearts and not genders, which was fine. It was fine. It was fine. No one was judging him, but he never told Diamond. Like, he never, even when he was like talking in like his take scenes, like when he had his little confessionals, he seemed more feminine, more camp. But then when he was talking to her, he seemed more masculine. When he was around the guys, he seemed really masculine. So I was like, who does this guy know who he is or who he wants to be? And when he proposed to Diamond and still didn't tell her that he was interested in hearts and not genders, I was like, it's just only fair that you tell this woman before you, like, come on. Like, come on, when was you gonna tell her? If you told the show, then you might as well tell her. You know what I mean? Like, it's just stupid, Carlton. Like, you let me down. And it was so annoying because I thought we were gonna see some black love as well, and just saw a deceptive man. Like, to me, that's how the show portrayed him. Like, he was a bit deceptive. Like, I was like, why would you do that? And then when he told her in the honeymoon bit, like, she cried. I think she cried then, or she was shocked. And then the next day she decided to talk to him about it. And then he just like flipped his lid and was like talking about how her wig was slipping back, and how dare you. Like, if you ever comment on my wig slipping back, how do you say, oh, your wig was slipping back from the first time I met you and you didn't say nothing but you wanted to marry me? Does that make any sense? And to me, no offense, no man should really talk like that. It's a bit feminine for you to be like, oh, for you to shade me like that. Like, I felt like it was a bit like, ugh. Like, that was so unattractive of Carlton. But I did see recently put on his social media that there's not many people defending him that know him. And the celebrities that he's been around that even know him, they're not even like coming to his defense, they're not helping him out, and his image has been tarnished, and he feels so alone. So Carlton, don't feel alone, because at the end of the day, people are gonna forget this. 1, 2, you are who you are, and there's nothing wrong with that. Just be open. Just tell anyone that's involved in you what you are. And this too will pass. Just please be strong, and you will get through it. But the way you did that was cold. The way you did that was so cold. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that was bad mind. That was so bad mind. Like, unless you said other things behind the scenes or they edited it out that triggered you, there was no need for you to go that low and that dirty. Like, man, oh, like, and also not like, yes, we have a black man, a black representative, and then when he did what he did, it was like, why would you brought Love and Hip Hop to such a nice show, like, how dare you do that? Like, but Diamond, like, you were a lovely lady, you were a class act, honestly, and I feel so bad you went through what you went through, but I do feel like you will grow from it, and I hope you have grown from it. But damn, what can I say? And I didn't mind your wigs, I ain't gonna lie, your wig was alright. Damn it, it was 2018, wigs weren't popping like it is now, so. And we don't know your budget, so shit. Like, forget him. When he threw the ring and he was like, do you think I care about this? And threw the ring, I was like, you're being very dramatic, sir, for someone who hid something from someone else. Like, I don't understand how he felt like he had the right to switch it up like that. Like, how dare you try and make her like she's a bad one, and like, oh, you can't accept me for who I am, but you never even told me who you were. So it's like, I feel like I felt bad for Diamond, because I'm sure she probably questioned just the whole entire process now. Like, okay, so when we couldn't see each other, was you being you then, or are you now? Like, she probably felt like he lied about everything, and that's not easy. But I'm happy you quit the show and you deaded it off, because unlike Jessica, you are woman enough to know when to leave, when to exit, and when to call it quits. And I respect you, Diamond, 100%. You end up becoming someone that I thought, I was rooting for you. At the end of the show, at the end of everything, no matter who got married or who didn't, Diamond, you were still the person I thought about to the end. I was like, I'm rooting for Diamond no matter what. So yeah, that was heartbreaking. It was heartbreaking, but I feel like both of them have learned from that situation. We're gonna go into Cameron and Lauren, who are the like poster children of Love is Blind. Oh, they were cute. I don't have much to say about them because everything just seemed perfect between them two. He just creeped me out a little bit. Okay, so she was a black lady, and he was a white man. He's been in relationships where he's been with a lady from another culture, another background. So he's used to interracial relationships. He was used to that, and I was even happy. So it didn't look like it was for clout. It didn't look like it was just for fun. It didn't look like it was a fetish either. It looked like he really did like her as well. So I was happy, and I'm sure now thinking about it, he knew that was a black girl he was speaking to. I'm sure he knew it was a black woman he was speaking to, and he thought, yeah, this is right up my alley. So yeah, Cameron, you were a class act as well. You did do some things that made me look at you like, it looks creepy. Like the way he looks at Lauren sometimes was like, okay, calm down. He looked like fascinated. I don't know how to explain it, but he just looked so enchanted by her beauty, her black strength, you know, all that melanin. That's what it would be doing to some people. So it was really nice to see just true love come. It did feel like true love anyway. Lauren did have to go through the fact that she's never been in an interracial relationship to tell her father about it. She's like a black activist, like she's all about black empowerment and everything. So she felt a bit of a conflict between herself. She was conflicted, like, will I look like a hypocrite if I'm all about black people, black power, but then marry a white man? I'm gonna look like a hypocrite. How am I gonna look? And a lot of people really care about how people look, how you're gonna look to other people, but I really feel like in the game of love, it's about how you feel and how the person makes you feel. It's not about how you look to anyone else, because they are not in your relationship and they need to butt the fuck out if they have a problem with it, okay? They were a cute couple, and when she told her dad was like a little bit like about it, but on the wedding day, I feel like it gave me the source I needed from Carlton, like to see a black father so involved in his daughter's life and just crying and just how much he loved her. It was like, nah, I don't have my father in my life, but I was like, nah, this is a real father. This is a real father that a lot of us black children don't see. And I was like, kill him with the love, honey. Like, they were just a class act. The family was a class act. I felt like the mom was a bit like hesitant about it. I felt like she was like, well, we'll see how it goes. And if it doesn't work, there's divorce, you know. I didn't know how I didn't know how his family felt on the wedding day because they looked a bit stone cold, but the mum did say an amen to a prayer, and I liked that. And I'm sure the mum's used to seeing him dating other black girls, so that was fine. But the relationship was it was so sweet. It was so sweet. It was so sweet. Like, it made you just feel like you were part of it. It was so sweet. It was like too good to be true. Like, it was too good to be true. It felt like, did they know each other before? Because it just was so sweet. And I was just happy for Lauren. I was like, yes, sister, go get that handsome white prince. Get your man. I was just so proud of her and proud of him. Like, I just love the love he showed to her. Like, I respect him. Like, he was the prince and she was the princess of this whole show. And I wish them all the best of luck. So here's my review on the couples. I hope you like what I had to say. I just wanted to get off my chest because I did not feel like this show was going to be as amazing as it was at the beginning of watching it. So I really am shocked that this show became what it was. And this is just my opinions and not facts. Opinions are like assholes. Everyone's got one. So please don't send no hate to anybody. Please support Carlton as well if you did watch the show, because the guy is feeling alone and it's not fair. Like, in the world we live in right now, there's too many of us to feel alone. So yeah, I hope you liked this review. Let me know what you think down below. If I missed anything, I may put it in the pinned comment down below, but this is how I feel about it, blah, 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 blah. And this is VB over and out. Please feel free to subscribe, like, comment down below. Let's have a conversation going about this show. Follow my Instagram, follow the blog me, my sister share, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.